imagine being Sally Ride's mother?
Dr. Ride.
What?
Dr. Ride. We all call her Sally Ride, the news and everyone.
Harriet plus Sally Ride.
I love her. I love her.
Why?
Because she's going away. Because the first time I saw her, in the newspaper, I don't know.
Don't you think we should call her Dr. Ride, since she's...
Yes.
Her mother must be happy, is what I mean. If my daughter, I have a daughter, if my daughter grew up to be a physicist astronaut, I would get a t-shirt airbrushed with her giant neon face, and I would wear it everywhere and say, do you see this face? This head with this brain? I made this with my fucking cells. With all the fatty materials I didn't vomit, I made this out of cells in my womb. I made this woman, and I put her in goddamn space.
If she gets there.
You're irritating.
What is she doing right now? What do you think she's doing?
Okay, I think she and her mother cooked spaghetti. Something easy, because she has a lot to think about. And then she and her mother talked about their whole lives and how proud they are of each other. I hope they did. And now she's gone home, and she's with her husband, or they're trying sex stuff they haven't before, and she's having the time.
She's a lesbian.
Oh, well, I hope she's having the time.
She's not a lesbian.
Yes, she is.
No, she's married to Stephen Hawley.
All right, sure. She is. I'm certain she is.
Well, whatever I hope she's having the time of her life.
She's not with her mother.
Where is she?
She's eating barbecue.
How do you know that?
I'll have to. So, I was telling Matilda before you got here about this enlightening experience.
I'll be fantasizing about it for weeks.
I had a bit of a departure from myself.
In a nice way?
Nice.
I don't know, maybe nice?
Nice if you're in the mood to get murdered in another
But
state.
I didn't finish.
Long story short,
I had a motorcycle ride and I slept with someone I just met.
she was liberated.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And let's just keep this on the roof, as it is a relatively big scandal for
It's
South
fine,
Sea.
it's fine. I don't belong to anyone.
I don't know that everybody would agree with that.
I don't care. It's so anyway, I wake up in the middle of the night in this stranger's house and he says to me, "You want to see my marble collection?" And I say, "No, take me somewhere first." So we get back on his Harley.
Harleys are stupid.
I know, I don't know what I was thinking, I know.
Maybe you were just really interested in him.
No, I wasn't. We get back on his motorcycle, hours, we drive for hours until we get to the beach. The Erie's, it felt like the end of the planet. We go down over this narrow bridge.
What?
She doesn't like the word planet.
That whole description,
The end of the planet?
I hate that word, and it seems normal to me that it is entirely creepy to remember that you live on a planet.
No, that's not normal.
Isn't it? Planet.
No.
Oh, it makes me feel like I'm an animal in the desert, in the dark. I'm looking at the moon. I don't have any money. I'm next to a cactus. I'm spinning witlessly. The whole thing just makes me, I lose my appetite.
Were you scared?
Oh,
No, hungry. We walked way down onto the sand.
I can't believe you weren't murdered.
And he said to me, "Do you see what that is way over there?" And he pointed out to this thing that looked like a factory. And he said, "That's the Kennedy Space Center." I nearly fell over. And then he pointed to this little house and said, "That's the NASA beach house." I asked him, "What do you mean?" He said it's where the astronauts stay the night before their mission.
No, really?
He said Sally Ride is going to stay in that house on Friday night. They all go and barbecue. They stay there the night before the launch.
But you hadn't told it.
I hadn't said a thing about it. I didn't say a thing about it. So that's where Sally Ride is. She's in a beach house eating barbecue.
Wow.
Maybe it was the best thing that ever happened.
Maybe you should write a poem about it.
Or I should be an astronaut.
I mean, maybe it inspires you more than the river.
I don't know what inspires me.
Apparently a Harley Davidson. Maybe Ivan Brock would have written better poems if he'd had sex with a motorcycle man.
I thought the rule was to not talk about men on the roof.
I didn't notice that.
Well, in my story about the motorcycle person, I was the subject and he was the object. He was a commodity.
Okay.
And really?
No, sure. I mean, I had a maybe similar, I guess. I met this person in Sollard a few summers ago, and we talked until this bar closed, and we drove way out 44, and we talked all night. And this may seem really stupid, but I felt like I had never known anyone like that. We drove so long and stayed at a Superi, and went swimming at Johnson Shut-ins, and I kept saying all this absolutely bizarre stuff like, I want to know you, I want to know everything about you. Then on the drive back, she had told me she was a pathological liar. So all this stuff she had told me about her whole life, her family, everything was made up. Maybe even what she told me about all of it, I guess. But it didn't matter, and it had nothing to do with her.
What did it have to do with?
Becoming good at experiencing pleasure
Oh.
and thinking, dude, why are you so busy doing convenient things?
Did you ever see her again?
No.
What will you do if you quit your job?
Don't know. Maybe we should go hop trains and find seasonal work somewhere.
Is that the phone? It's mine. It's Luke.
Don't you want to talk to him?
I need a ride.
What now?
Yes.
Where?
Florida.
What are you going to do in Florida?
Go to my mother's funeral. Go see her my house. Maybe not come back.
Of course you'll come back.
Let's drive down. Let's drive Arthur's car down.
Not now, not yet.
Why not?
Just wait a few days.
I could drive you now, only
You want to?
I drank too much.
I could drive.
We can leave in the morning if you want.
Yes.
No.
We can take a trip.
You can stay here, sleep here tonight if you want.
What is wrong with
you?
you?
It doesn't have to do.
It's insane.
It doesn't have to do with you.
Talk to Luke.
No. I want to hear the countdown.
All right.
We can leave right after that.
We can go at the same time they do.
Or okay.
What if you...
What?
I think this is a strange and a bad idea.
Okay. They leave at 7:33 if you want to listen.
Sure.
And then we can go.
What are you going to do about work on Sunday?
I'm not going to be there.
I don't understand what you're doing.
It's okay.
Maybe I can get the car in a few days. Maybe
It's
we can-
okay. You can't go. It's fine.